What if I told you there was a version of you out there that you've never met? Not a perfect copy, but a data-driven profile, built from every click, every search, every late-night food order, and every online comment you've ever made. This profile can predict your fears, your desires, and what you'll do next, maybe even better than you can. This isn't science fiction. AI companies aren't just using your data anymore. They are building predictive models of who you are. Today, we're going to expose what they're really doing with it, and what they desperately hope you never find out. Every single day, you and I contribute to the biggest data gathering operation in human history. It's become so normal, we barely even notice it. That photo you posted, the news article you scrolled past, the vacation spot you daydreamed about in a search bar. It's all logged, cataloged, and fed into the machine. We've all basically accepted a trade-off. Our data in exchange for a free internet. This is what's known as the privacy calculus. But the equation has changed a lot. Before, this data was mostly used to show you targeted ads for shoes you looked at once. Annoying, but pretty harmless. Now, with the explosion of generative AI and large language models, the game is on a terrifying new level. Your public data isn't just for ads anymore. It's the raw material, the literal fuel that makes these advanced AIs work. Companies are scraping massive amounts of information from the public internet to train their models. Your blog posts from 10 years ago, your product reviews, your public social media rants, all of it is being used to teach AI how to think, talk, and even predict human behavior. And this often happens without you ever specifically consenting to this new purpose. A recent Stanford study highlighted that the privacy policies for many AI developers are so confusing, it's nearly impossible to figure out your own data rights. Your life experiences and your words are being turned into a textbook for a non-human intelligence, and you were never asked if you wanted to be a co-author. And it gets worse. AI models can sometimes memorize and accidentally reproduce sensitive details from their training data. It's a documented risk. Think about it. We've already seen cases where employees at major companies accidentally leaked confidential corporate data, like internal source code, just by pasting it into a public AI chatbot to get help with their work. If multi-billion-dollar company secrets aren't safe, what does that mean for your personal information? Now to the part that nobody talks about. The real danger isn't that an AI knows you like pizza, or that you're afraid of spiders. The true hidden risk lies in inference and profiling. AI doesn't just see the data you give it, it connects the dots to figure out all the things you don't tell it. Researchers have found that a lot of AI privacy work is focused on the obvious stuff, like data leaks. The far more subtle and growing risks are in these inference attacks, where models deduce sensitive information from data that looks totally ordinary. An AI can look at the time of day you're most active online, the kinds of words you use, and the emotional tone of your posts, and from that, build a startlingly accurate psychological profile. It can infer your political leanings, your personality type, your relationship status, and even your potential for anxiety or depression. That data profile starts to look like a blueprint of your mind. And what's this blueprint used for? Manipulation on a scale we've never seen before. Imagine an AI crafting a political message so perfectly tailored to your secret fears that it feels like it is reading your mind, or a company using your inferred insecurities to sell you a product you do not need by exploiting a moment of weakness. It's not about selling you a car, it's about knowing the exact right moment to nudge you and the exact right words to use. We saw a preview of this with the Cambridge Analytica scandal, but today's AI makes those methods look like child's play. The dark side of this goes even further, into real-world harm. Algorithmic bias is a massive, systemic problem. AI systems, trained on biased historical data, can copy and even amplify society's worst prejudices. We've seen healthcare algorithms that have been found to favor white patients over black patients. We've seen facial recognition systems that misidentify darker-skinned individuals at a much higher rate. Amazon S Recognition AI once famously and incorrectly identified 28 members of Congress as people who had been arrested, with a disproportionate number of those errors affecting people of color. An AI tool used by law enforcement was shown to have a racial bias when predicting who was likely to reoffend. When the tools we build to make decisions are fundamentally biased, they don't create a fair future. They just put injustice on autopilot, and the threats are becoming more direct. Bad actors are now using AI to supercharge cybercrime, automating phishing attacks, and scanning breach data to find the most valuable targets. Services have even popped up that use AI-generated voices to report fake emergencies to the police, a dangerous practice known as swatting. This isn't some distant dystopian movie plot. It's happening right now. Section 3, the pivot, taking back control. So that sounds pretty bleak. It sounds like we're just powerless against this tidal wave of data-hungry tech. But that's not true. You are not powerless. Here's the most important thing to understand. Your privacy is not a lost cause. It's a right, and there are real, practical steps you can take to reclaim it. It all starts with a change in mindset, from passively accepting this to actively managing your digital life. These systems are confusing on purpose. Companies benefit from your confusion. Today, we make it clear. So what's the solution? Let's build your privacy toolkit. These are things you can do the moment this video ends. We'll break it down into 3 areas: your browser, your apps, and your habits. First, your browser. This is the main window companies use to watch you. Start by digging into your browser settings and disabling third-party cookies. This makes it much harder for ad networks to follow you from site to site. For an even bigger privacy boost, consider using a privacy-focused browser like Brave. Or you can use the DuckDuckGo search engine, which doesn't track your searches. And they also offer a private browser app you can download. Finally, use a reputable VPN or virtual private network. A VPN encrypts your internet connection and hides your location, making it way more difficult for anyone to see what you're doing online. Second, your apps and accounts. Most of the big AI chatbots, from ChatGPT to Google's Gemini, have a privacy setting that lets you opt out of having your chats used to train their models. You just have to go find it. For Google Gemini, you need to go into your activity page and turn off saving activity. For ChatGPT, it's in the data controls section of your settings. They don't always make it easy, but the option is usually there. Now go through the apps on your phone and check their permissions. Does that game really need access to your contacts? Does that photo editor need your location? If not, revoke that permission. Be ruthless. The principle here is data minimization. Give companies only the data they absolutely need for the service to work. Third, and this is the most important one, your habits. This is the hardest part, but it makes the biggest difference. Start treating your personal information like cash. Don't just hand it over to anyone who asks. When you use an AI chatbot, don't share anything you wouldn't want a stranger or your boss to see. Keep personal details vague. Instead of your home address, mention your city. And think before you post. That public Instagram photo or angry tweet isn't just a fleeting thought. It's a permanent piece of training data for some future AI. The more you share, the more detailed that predictive profile of you becomes. Just pause and ask yourself, do I want this to be part of my permanent digital record? Finally, know your rights. If you live in Europe or California, you are protected by powerful data privacy laws like GDPR and the CCPA. These laws give you the right to see the data companies have on you and demand they delete it. Companies are banking on you not knowing these rights exist. Use them. Taking these steps is the start of building a more private digital life, but the AI landscape is changing every single day. If you want to stay ahead of the curve and get more practical guides that put you in control, make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell. It's the best way to keep your privacy toolkit up to date. To sum it up, the age of AI is here, and it's built on our personal data. For too long, we've been told that giving up our privacy is just the price of progress. But what no one tells you is that you still have a choice. By understanding the hidden risks, from the creation of predictive data profiles to the dangers of algorithmic bias, you can stop being a passive subject of data collection and start being an active architect of your own privacy. The steps we've talked about, managing your browser, auditing your apps, and changing your habits, are your first moves in taking back that control. It's not about going off the grid, it's about being smart, being intentional, and demanding respect from the technology you use. The future of AI and privacy isn't written yet, so I want to leave you with a question. What's one trade-off between convenience and privacy you're willing to make, and what's one you are not? Let me know your red line in the comments below, and please share this video with one person you know. Spreading this knowledge is the most powerful tool we have to build a future where technology serves us, and not the other way around. Thanks for watching. Write down your questions and comments in the details section of the video. Like and subscribe to not miss similar videos, then watch the next video that will appear in front of you soon. See you there.